Guys, welcome back here to the ESL Major League. I'm Solid Jake.
And I'm Kubi.
We got our second series of the night.
Yes, we do. Who's that between, Jake?
Well, we got some nerds here. There's one team. They're called the Barrel Boys.
And the other? Heroes Hype.
Heroes Hype. And just taking a dive into those two teams. Look at their pretty faces. All five of them.
So for Barrel Boys, we have McIntyre, Blinks, Fury, Fan, and Trummel.
And looks like Urho will be playing tonight in place of Fan. So this roster card not necessarily representing the five members that are playing tonight, but on the other half, we have Heroes Hype. Look at these nerds.
Look at them. Look at them. So we have Hawkfu, Taza, Suki, Ursadon, and Yuki. Is that matching?
Proteges will be swapped with Taza.
Yeah, that might be involved with some of the roster changes.
Yeah,
on the Vortex side of things.
It's entirely possible. I think you might be
right. I have not seen anything officially yet, but I want to say some of those people that are not playing might have moved over to Vortex. Don't quote me on that, guys, but that's possibly the case.
Well,
very ambiguous statements, but
we'll find out for sure. But of course, we mentioned the players that are going to be swapped respectively in the first map of the night. That's going to be cursed.
It is going to be cursed. It is. Do we have a draft? Look at that. You ready? I'll let them know that they are good to go. All right. Cursed. Any particular picks that you're expecting to see or maybe not see that are normal?
I think that's an ambiguous question.
I think it's a pretty straightforward question. What the answer is, that's
a lot of it comes down to preference. Do they want to ban out the supports? It's become very popular to maybe try to force, because if you ban Rhaegar, you're forcing a ban on Uther. You're forcing their hand. Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they don't want to deal with Asmodan. Maybe they don't want to deal with Illidan. Those are the four bans that are like really targeted right now, because each of those heroes can define a play style. If you ban Illidan, are they going for an Asmodan play style? Okay, we got to ban Asmodan. But the same kind of thing when you ban out a Rhaegar. You got to ban an Uther. Otherwise, you're giving them Uther.
And you have to dodge the double support.
Right. So
double support's really strong. Asmodan play is strong. Illidan dive.
It's a lot of mind games. There's a lot of mind games.
And I wouldn't really say that there's a counter triangle there. But
yeah,
you have to deal with those three big strategies. It seems to be the case right now between a lot of the teams. And they are both ready on that draft screen for Cursed Hollow, and we are getting right into it.
They're saying in the lobby, why did you show our photos? No! Ursadon says, LOL, rip fan. Maybe
that might point to a roster change that we were alluding to just a few minutes ago.
And ETC.
ETC banned out. So, ETC is... It seems to be the strongest warrior right now. We actually talked about this a little bit on Town Hall. What happened to Stitches? He used to be so strong.
He still is so strong. Just the meta has shifted. So
he used to get banned all the time. Now
his presence is very different.
He's lucky if he gets 4th or 5th pick. Poor Stitches.
Poor Stooches, indeed.
Stooches wants to play.
All right. So with that being said, what do you ban here? Do you do something? Do you ban out Illidan? Do you ban out Stitches? Do you ban out a tank, or do you just...
Okay, it's going to depend on Heroes Hype. How much experience do they have playing against Barrel Boys within the last week or so? Which of those strategies that we were talking about do they lean towards? If they're afraid of their Asmodan play, yeah, ban out their Asmodan. If they're afraid of a dive play, ban out Illidan. If they're afraid of double support, there's not a whole lot they can do about that right now. I think probably, like we saw earlier, ban out the Mouth. And then they might first pick one of the supports, and then you can first pick the other support, and that will cut down on that a lot. You have to weigh those three strategies that we were talking about, figure out which one you're most afraid of, or just perhaps what you as a team prefer to not play against, and ban it out.
Well, they're in their bonus pool. They're thinking about this. And the bonus pool flickers, and we see the Rhaegar ban. So this should signal an Uther pick.
It should. And then perhaps a Malf grab right away. But again, we don't know what these teams prioritize.
That would be cheeky. To grab just...
But, okay, so here's the thing. If you're looking to... I don't know about this. If you ban out Malf, if you ban out Rhaegar, you're essentially giving them Uther and trading in for a slightly less effective support. So what's the strategy there? If you want to trade supports, good... top tier supports, you should ban someone else.
Yeah.
like Malf. That way you can guarantee that you're going to get at least one of Rhaegar or Uther. So perhaps Heroes Hype does not value which support they get. And I see that they are first picking Stitches.
Stitches,
back
and
like the glory days.
I think they should grab Malf here. Because if they let Uther and Malf get picked up, that's bad. Stitches Malf have a lot of synergy. That's a good baseline. And it's not like Brightwing's terrible, right? Brightwing's not terrible. But
I think you're right about the Malf call, though.
She's really fallen off.
I think you are right about the Malf call.
You don't want to let BARRELBOYS have Uther Malf.
We've seen Uther Malf. Oh, okay. And
all right.
I'm curious to see if BARRELBOYS follows it up.
It could be Malf Tastar.
They might know that BARRELBOYS doesn't play double support, or they don't like playing it. But picking up Malf even just to deal with the Ravenous Spirit, and then you just go for a hyper sustain style comp with, even though it's Cursed Hollow, you could just pick up Hammer.
There's a lot of things on the table. I mean, it's very early in the draft. We don't know which way they want to go, but we've seen Uther Malf have a lot of success. It's hard to beat. It is.
Any particular strong heroes individually from players on either of these sides that you can think of that are things to avoid?
I mean, if Ursidon can be a dinosaur, that works well.
No, he can't be a dinosaur. You never drew the picture.
Oh, that's true.
You had some people send you pictures. They were very nice pictures, by the way, but you never actually drew a picture, so you can't call him a dinosaur. It's just part of the contract. It's just how it is.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry. But I would say
all these guys are very flexible. And there's the Hammer. Okay, you mentioned Hammer.
Hammer and hold it. Hold it. No. Name that movie. Oh, here's a good one. Let's see if he knows.
Why?
That's a very notable quote.
I have no idea. Explain yourself.
That's a very notable. You never seen Happy Gilmore?
Oh, that's not in a very long time. Not in a very long time. That is a good movie, though.
Great movie.
Many
quotes in that movie.
I'm waiting for the Vikings to be picked.
That will be excellent.
The first team that picks Vikings in a tournament I cast
bonus points
gets a whole $1.
Oh,
they can split.
There's
it.
the mouth.
Okay.
The prophecy. And what didn't I say? Hammer too. Even though it's Cursed Hollow, you go for that very sustained
She's
style
so
play.
good now. Hammer is so good with level 20 with the Nexus Frenzy.
So how do you deal with this as Heroes Hype? You've sort of backed yourself into a corner draft-wise to deal with double support.
Well, they have to get Brightwing. Like you
or Lily.
They
could go Lily.
I think Tassadar is a guaranteed. I think Tassadar is actually a must-have because of the utility that's provided of the hero, and they're going to want that. And if the thing is with Oracle and hooks, there's so much potential there to maybe catch people off guard. Plus, you throw. Okay, so they're going for Tychus.
Essentially, you're never going to out-sustain BARRELBOYS at this point. You have to try to figure out a way to outburst them.
Tychus Tassadar. They're just going for top tier picks. They said.
Yeah, they're good picks, and
okay. All right. In Bizarro World, Brightwing and Lily are picked up here by BARRELBOYS. What do you do? Tyrande? Like.
All right, so. Well, this also puts them in interest. We didn't even talk about what BARRELBOYS might do for their warrior. I think Muradin makes a lot of sense. I don't know how versed they are in the Diablo play, if that's going to be a thing now.
True. A good point there. I don't know, Kubi.
What else could they grab? I mean, making any of the dive warriors isn't... Okay, so Diablo. That's fine. Protect the hammer. There's a lot of CC available there from Diablo. I'm okay with this pick.
I'm very happy with this pick. I'm very excited for this pick.
And then you just grab another damage that's sustained range damage. Zagara would be okay with me. We know that Mac's pretty good on Zeratul, although it doesn't necessarily fit into the style.
Kubi.
Jaina would be fine. I'd be okay with Jaina. They have a lot of picks here they can grab that's just sustained damage over time. They have a lot of tools to protect and keep those damage players alive.
I'd be shocked if they don't just grab Bala. Oh, Illidan.
Oh, I completely blanked on Illidan.
The double dive style with Illidan. Like, this is kind of like saying, okay, if you try to grab... Okay, yeah, this is going to be Brightwing. I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say Asmodee. If they try to do something cheeky without a support, which we've seen tried once or twice before, I don't think it's ever worked. Tassadar as like their one pseudo support kind of deal. Not going to be the case. We're going to see Brightwing. Now, Brightwing has seen significant changes, which is why we don't see her very often. She lost the Rewind, which no longer having just all the additional healing out of that. Pixie Dust got nerfed into the ground in Phase Shift. Her Z ability, her mobility, went from a 30-second cooldown to a 45-second cooldown. So she's been hit with the nerf hammer pretty hard.
So where does she stack up against Lily, would you say?
I still like her better than Lily because Lily doesn't have any kind of crowd control at all. Polymorph as a base ability still more useful than anything in Lily's kit. The wins are just bleh.
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 Now, Kubi, I'm excited because here comes the plugs, all right? I started a new show called The Daily Quest. I do it every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And The Daily Quest is like something that's really fun. And I had my whole week scheduled out. Oh, we're going. Yeah, we are. I had my whole week scheduled out.
Okay.
And then they put out this hotfix, and it ruined all the replays. All the replays got ruined. And what today, Thursday, was supposed to be a whole like dive onto Diablo competitively. I wanted to use competitive VODs to examine Diablo. We're getting a competitive VOD of Diablo.
They're giving it to you.
Tomorrow's show, you can expect some Diablo talk.
Okay.
I'm excited. But what we're talking about here is game number 1 between BARRELBOYS and Heroes Hype.
I'm still questioning the Illidan pick. He's a very strong hero right now, but he doesn't fit in with the rest of the synergy of the team.
Vala wasn't picked at all in this game.
Yeah, Vala would have been fine. Jaina would have been okay. Zagara would have been cool. I think that fits in with the rest of the strategy.
I can't disagree. Whoa.
Whoa! Jake's screen was just scrolling away.
Yeah, I'm going to disable that functionality real quick, and we're going to go into our game here. All right.
Yes, let's do it. And on the blue side of the map, we have BARRELBOYS.
As they are circling this bottom keep, oh so elegantly.
They heard the call. They're practicing the shenanigans to make me happy, to appease the Kubi.
On the right side, we do have Heroes Hype, and they are looking good in red. Ursadon rocking that red Mecha Tassadar on his... I always forget what that thing's called.
The Nexus Charger.
Yes.
That is the name of that particular mount.
Sounds like a sweet level 20 ability that makes you go twice as fast all the time.
Oh, Jake, please. With the random callouts. No, we don't need that.
That would be a terrible talent. Imagine Illidan with twice the movement speed.
See, that's the thing. It's imagine any hero with extra move speed. Ugh. Ugh. Sounds really good. Oh my. God, ridiculous conjecture. I like it. Oh, there's what do we call him? We could have so many names. Peter Pan. It could be Link. It could be it could be anybody. Oh boy.
All right, so Diablo picking up Soul Feast. Everything else pretty standard. And actually, the change here is we're actually seeing the pickup on Shield Dust, and that's because the base ability of the Pixie Dust was nerfed. It used to give 2 stacks by default, if I'm not mistaken, and then this talent would give 3.
Yes.
Now they're grabbing the talent instead of Bribe, so now it's 2, but it has less move speed as well.
It's true. What about Merc Camps, though? I mean, Bribe's still pretty strong. There's a lot of Merc Camps from taking on this map, stealing the enemy's giants.
Wow, the Arcane Flare almost picked that up. Yeah, no, Bribe's huge, but maybe that double block is more important, especially when you're looking at an Illidan and a Sergeant Hammer. There's a lot of utility in those block stacks that are provided by the Shield Dust.
All right. I'm expecting to see a sustained style Stitches here. Is that what we're going to get? Oh, Protege getting flipped into the wall. The body blocks from Fury pretty good. He's taking so many tower shots. Is he going to be able to get back to his fort in time? I imagine he will.
You could say those body blocks are furious, Scooby, because he was doing a nice job. The hook goes up, but did not connect. And that looked really good. I mean, that's the power of Diablo. He's a hero that we finally saw used successfully in a match by Evil Geniuses on Tuesday here in the ESL Major League Americas. And it was really cool stuff, and here we're seeing it rise. I'm excited to see how well it can do. And level 4 picked up for both teams, i.e. looking like standard picks.
Oh. That's the Nazemo. No, you never heard Nazemo do that?
I just assumed you were Tim Allen or something.
Oh boy. I think Gorge is going to have to be picked up at level 10 for Stitches. They have to isolate targets on the other side, otherwise the fights they're just going to end, or they're not going to end at all for BARRELBOYS' side of things, because they have that double support. It's going to be so hard to kill anyone. They're just going to get out sustained. So they have to find a way to isolate targets. But Gorge is a pretty good way to do that, and they absolutely have to capitalize. They have to get the right targets. So their team fights are going to be very dependent on those hooks. There's a lot of pressure on the Stitches to perform there.
Yeah, that's a great point to make. And okay, the root is going to connect with Hakufu here, but he's going to be fine backing on up. The first tribute spawning in the bottom center. Always spawns either bottom center or top center. Hakufu getting hit by that stun of Uther, and that's good night.
Good rotation there from McIntyre. Not overextending too much with Illidan. Knew the right time, knew he could get in there. It's always the quest with Illidan to not die. It's probably the case for most heroes, the quest to not die.
Yeah, it's a good quest.
But for Illidan, you're always questioning, am I going to die here, or am I going to kill people? Is
I wake up every day
glory or despair? Which do I get? You
right.
roll the dice with Illidan. No, of course, the good Illidan players, they know the limitations of their heroes, and that was a good example of that. He got low, of course, but was able to deal the damage, get in there, body block, pick themselves up a kill. They pick themselves up a tribute.
Now, Kubi, I actually just realized something. This is completely off topic, but I got an engagement gift of Battle.net gift card. I'm totally buying this skin tonight. The Medic Uther. Every
You've
time
been talking about that one for a while.
I keep saying it. It makes me so happy. All right, well, they're putting this aggression back on this bottom lane. Levels are dead even, 7-7.
Cleanse on Brightwing. Probably Blink Heal then, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, very likely Blink Heal. Alun's Grace being
cleanse.
picked up. But when I say very likely Blink Heal, that's definitely not a definitive, because when you're considering Illidan and Diablo, Emerald Wind has a lot of power to disengage that. And if you're being dived on, Emerald Wind can really have a lot of use. But at that point, Brightwing is looking at a massive sacrifice in damage, because when you pick up Cleanse, you're giving up either Gust of Healing or Regenerative Rains.
Right.
And that's where she gets her primary sustain. So that's why you typically consider, hey, look, probably going to grab Blink Heal at level 10.
Unambiguously correct, Jake.
Unambiguous.
Nicely done with that statement.
Well met, says Uther as he gets hooked on in. And that is going to be a 1-for-1 tribute count, as that second tribute of the game goes to the side of Heroes Hype.
We do have that 1-for-1 trade, of course. Bit of a lead, experience-wise.
Yeah, I mean,
BARRELBOYS.
2 kills to 0, so they do have the slight experience advantage. And Illidan just doing Illidan things, fighting these bruisers by himself.
Nothing but a thing. You know, just trying to follow in the shoes of the Sonya last game. Not doing level 4, caps of the bruiser camps, but it's pretty good. 9. I guess it's all right.
Kubi is a massive fan of the Sonyo.
Yeah, I can't lie. Sonya's pretty awesome. But has seen quite a few changes over the past couple of matches, but still pretty awesome. Ooh, Protege's getting blocked out again. The fancy footwork from Fury. Has it turned? The tables?
So
stationary tables.
The most
today.
intense top lane we've ever seen with a double tank. These guys are out for blood. And level 10 picked up here first on the side.
Emerald Wind. Man, they have so little healing. They do have the healing ward, of course, from Tassadar.
Right.
They have the shield that's in his kit.
And the trait does constantly pulse healing for free, of course, but it's interesting. We're seeing Bile picked up. Yeah.
What?
Kubi does not understand here.
Are there execution? No, I don't know. I don't know about this at all. I'm questioning it.
Apocalypse.
Show me, Heroes Hype, please. What is your plan here? What is the grand plan?
Brightwing gonna be hearthing first to collect some mana, then phase shifting into battle, making sure that Brightwing has max mana for this fight. And the hook goes out.
Whiffs. Is that Fury's time to go in? Is that where he's gonna go in and grab that hook? Indeed, he does. Ursadon is the target,
trying to make him extinct. He's not able to throw him into the ground. We see the Emerald Wind coming out of Brightwing, but the Metamorphosis out of McIntyre is going to put so much aggression in here. Turning around with that Ravenous Spirit, Blinks is trying to step forward. He nicely steps off of the Apocalypse, which is going to secure the stun on that. Suki will end up getting eliminated by the Metamorphosis Illidan, and that's going to be a stun of Protege's. The flip and knock forward into the zombie wall will actually pick up the kill. I was going to say Stitches is not going to die. I was very wrong. That's the power of Lord Dibbles.
Jake, I'm going to make a really bold statement here.
Bold flavors.
A1 steak sauce style. You ready? If a fight lasts longer than 5 seconds, it's going to be very difficult for Heroes Hype to win it.
5 seconds.
That's the statement. If they land... Okay, five seconds. 5 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
Start. Get the timer ready, guys. Get the timer ready.
If the fight lasts longer than 5 seconds, I give BARRELBOYS a very large chance to win the fight. They have to get in and immediately kill someone.
Yeah. It's the
with the lack of sustain, with the putrid bile, they don't... I mean, they had possibly a way to like gorge and then isolate targets. As it is right now, though, with Uther stuns, cleanse available, it's going to be so difficult for hooks to turn into isolations on targets to kills early. So they just have to... I don't know.
Bold flavors
sure.
have been tasted.
I'm not sure about it. We'll see.
We're gonna find out.
I want to be proven
but no,
wrong.
You're
I would
right,
love
though.
to be
You're
proven
right.
wrong.
Brightwing has so little healing available. The healing word from Castadar is actually probably more healing than Brightwing, and against that Uther Mouth, you're probably right. But this flip onto Yuki, not quite what they want. The Odin is going to be used. Divine Storm is going to go off, hitting Suki. Suki needs to back out of here, so their only support available is in the backline. Diablo with that Shadow Charge, knocking Hakufu out of the Ravenous Spear, and that Metamorphosis is going to town. He is on a shopping spree. Ursidons are on the menu. One picked up. He's looking for more. He's going to find the Odin, delete that, and Yuki, Hakufu, your time is up. 5 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. Here comes McIntyre and Fury.
So, of course, we're laughing about this, but really, they do need to make sure that the isolations that they pick up in the start of those team fights have to be critically on point.
Overextensions here.
No, because of the curse.
Okay, well, they did lose Illidan, and Fury is not looking as furious as he once did.
So what are they... The problem is, if they hook someone in, it's basically on Nazebo to have the wall ready to lock them down.
Yeah.
But Illidan, I mean, Diablo can jump in immediately with Shadow Charge. And if he has APOC available, that immediately cancels out Ravenous Spirit.
Diablo is just changing fights. Like, he's actually changing this playing field so much that the Shadow Charge is great. The Apocalypse is a guaranteed, like, stop on whatever he wants to stop. Like, it's looking good. Kubi is thinking. He's putting on that thinker pose.
I have the
Hakufu's not thinking. He's dying.
Yeah, that's a bit out of position. We see Suki phase shifting in to try and attempt to save. Gets the Emerald Wind canceled for the save, and Suki is going to get cut out of position for it. Is this going to turn into a really bad safety situation for Heroes Hype? They lose their second member in this team fight. Diablo is moving forward. Curse Fury gets a nice lockdown on Ursidon. The dimensional shift to get out. Is it enough? Yes, it will be. But Protege is now in a bit of trouble.
Kubi, can we just talk about the flip into the root? We've always talked about stitches. Spin them on my lawn. No, slam them on the grass. Like, you just actually...
Slam them on the grass, pro wrestling style.
The nice soft
wrestling.
Padding. Yeah, you want to make sure that
backyard
you're safe.
wrestling.
You don't want to wrestle on asphalt. You want to wrestle on grass. So he puts in a nice bed of leaves to make sure to cushion their fall.
How thoughtful.
They have to hang out. There he goes again.
He missed the lawn. His yard is only so big. You have to...
He lives in the city. He's just got this little patch on the ground. Oh, no.
Oh,
well, BARRELBOYS did overextend a little bit. We see the hover seats on Trumbull going to be used there, but he's going to have to boost on out, popping that first aid. Fury going to be stepping forward. A nice hook, and there's the Apocalypse, though. Use defensive here, but Fury is going to Shadow Charge in. This is very risky. Don't think it's going to be able to stay alive, but we see the Tranquility is keeping him just barely alive. One member has fallen inside of Hero's side.
Yeah,
that's going to be a 1-for-1, but he does have souls, like you said. Proteges is just another hit away. And he's going to be able to get away with the Bile. Trade Scooby.
Okay, a really nice hook onto Arrow there. Are they going to be able to capitalize and get the kill? No, not quite. Ursidon falls as well. Protege falls. That is a 5-for-1-ish when you consider the Fury is already back up. That's why he was getting so aggressive in that last fight. Like, he knew he could get away with it.
Of course.
If he can make a trade, or even a 2-for-1, or just a 1-for-1 trade for any moves that he makes. If he dies, fine. Whatever. I have 100 souls. We're going to get a keep out of it. We're going to get a boss out of it. Maybe both.
That's
probably
Diablo's,
both.
That's Diablo's trait. If you guys don't know,
yes.
100 souls. He gets a soul by killing just creeps in general.
And 10 souls are awarded for a hero kill. Yes.
Yeah. So by having 100 souls, he can automatically respawn, and he then consumes his soul, so he has to recharge them up.
Okay. So BARRELBOYS has opted to they killed the keep top lane, earned that through by getting that 5-for-0 situation. They Yuki face checking the golem, and that's going to be a quick pickup there for BARRELBOYS. Emerald Wind almost going off, not quite enough to get them out of there. Proteges has to pop the Putrid Bile to find an escape. And he gets pinned into the wall. Hakufu is going to fall.
The Illidan is so scary.
Yeah.
And there's the meta, even scarier.
I don't think he's going to be able to pick up this kill here. Yeah, they're going for it. I think this is...
He overextended once trying to do this, but he's going to succeed this time.
With the golem, there's no way to save it.
That's game.
I was spending so much of that match trying to theory craft how Heroes Hype should have approached the team fights.
They didn't know.
I was coming up blank, to be honest with you. And that's why I made that statement.
Right?
Because I just didn't see any way for them to win fights if they went longer than that amount of time. They had to take a very decisive start of the fight, kill someone immediately.
Right.
Whether it be a support, it doesn't matter who, and then you have to rush.
Kubi.
You have to take aggressive stances and kill people.
You were spot on, because the game panned out exactly like that. If they were able to take a fight early.
What was the kill count? 2 to
2 to 5? 1 to 5?
A lot more than that.
2 to
20 something maybe.
Let's math this.
No math. You know how this works. No math.
2 to 20 something.
that
was the kill count, guys, in that game. Wow.
Not even, it's 19. 2 to 19.
And we even saw. Okay.
What did we see?
Tell me. Just looking at the talents, though, there was a lot of actual synergy between Malfurion and Diablo, and it's definitely something that they had pre-thought out. This is something that was very deliberate. Like, it's not just double support. He got Enduring Growth at 16. Making the lawn even bigger. So he got more real estate. He moved out of the city. He went to suburbia. He got a bigger lawn.
Did he move, or did he just take over his neighbor's lawn? Which is it? I gotta know. What kind of a guy is Malfurion? Is he the type of guy who just moves the marker over a little bit for his property?
Yeah. He kicked that fence over and said,
he's kind of a jerk, huh?
Dis mine now.
Okay. Dis mine now. I need this.
I need this. It's mine. And, having the Enduring Growth, securing even more of those flips. What do you want to call that? Is that a choke slam?
Hey, where's my bag of flips? You promised me a bag of flips. You said on Tuesday, if Diablo won, you were getting me a bag of flips, and I have no flips. I saw a lot of flips that game. A lot of flips.
I guess I owe you 2 bags of flips.
Oh my goodness, the debt. The flips debt.
The flips debt.
All right, guys, we're going to get ready for game number 2 here between BARRELBOYS and Heroes Hype. Don't know what the map is yet, but we'll be back in just about 5 minutes. We'll let you guys know what the situation is, so stick around.
Ladies and gentle nerds, welcome back to the ESL Major League.
Ah, and I'm Kubi.
Oh, I'm Jack Egg.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Lord Dibbles making his return.
Yeah. He's 2-1 now.
He's 2 for 0 this week.
2 for 0 this week. Yep, 2-1 overall, I think, for ESL games.
Yep, that's true. Pretty good standings there, Mr. Dibbles.
I agree.
100%.
Unambiguously correct.
Unambiguously correct. I owe Kubi a bag of flips.
2 bags of flips.
2 bags
Interest,
of flips.
since you didn't pay me for your last one. I gotta think about
That's
that.
That's a high interest rate.
That is
100% interest rate
over 2 days. Compounding, it's real.
God, it's like my student loans, man. It's
Woo!
Well, the map is going to be Cursed Hollow.
Yeah, we have game 2 for you guys. How exciting! How exciting!
Soon, I'm wiggling my seat. They're asking, "Are we going to draft?" We're going to say yes. And we're going to switch on over to that draft screen. Heroes Hype is ready. Barrel Boys, are you ready? Kubi, are you ready?
Oh, I'm born ready.
Born ready.
That's a phrase. That's the thing people say, right? Born ready. Yeah, we'll go with that. Makes me sound excited. Yeah.
Kubi, what's your favorite kind of bird?
Favorite kind of bird? Crows. I like crows.
Who likes crows?
What do you mean who likes crows? My friend Jared really likes crows.
He eats a lot of them.
Yes. Excellent.
Rhaegar ban immediately out of Heroes Hype.
Okay, we did see that last game as well. How? Although the order was reversed, so this means BARRELBOYS will likely ban out Uther. At least that's what we've been seeing as a trend from a lot of the top teams here. If they want to avoid that double support meta. Oh, Stitches!
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
This
okay.
I feel like
They're
this is
trying to say, look, you take ETC or Uther, and they're going for Uther.
right, but what is this left BARRELBOYS? The mouth. And are they going to...
Yep, immediately. This is kind of my... yeah, and they're going to take them both. I like this. That was kind of my problem with Heroes Hype's draft last game. They didn't grab that mouth early. We mentioned it. We said, look, they need to take mouth here. Otherwise, they're going to get the double healer. It happened. BARRELBOYS understands that's a really big threat.
Yeah.
And they immediately grab that big tank and the one, like, solid hero for the healer left on this map.
I mean, it's why we see double support banned out so often. The threat of double support play is very strong. And
now,
BARRELBOYS is respecting it, and they're grabbing that mouth early.
I expect Heroes Hype to get... yeah, Tassadar. I was going to say Tassadar makes the most sense here because he's that pseudo-double support, and he's just really well-rounded, and then a big assassin. So whether that's Vala, Sonya...
This means that BARRELBOYS is going to take Illidan. They don't want to give Illidan Sonya. And what would you like to see that? I mean, more damage, Nazebo. I'll go with
Illidan Zebo. Illidan Zebo would be
Nazebo.
great. It would be phenomenal. That's like, such a strong... like, you have this crazy front line. You're running from the Zebo while Ravenous Spirit in the back line that you have to worry about. And presently, I mean, yeah, the Divine Storm's there. Oh,
okay, hold it. Hold it. Okay, there's the Illidan.
Okay. Hammer's like a Zebo
So
that doesn't rely on Ravenous. Just has the constant range, has the Napalm, Nexus Frenzy. Okay. It's happening. We've been the false father.
Okay, actually, Jake and I were talking about this in the middle of between the two games. In terms of what Heroes Hype should have picked last game, we were actually talking about the fact that they needed more burst to start the team fights off.
They need
Falstad was a name that came up.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
He's been very far out of the meta since the rewind
Mighty
lost.
Ducks. Interland Blast, it's called.
The Mighty Ducks.
I just want to say Mighty Ducks.
Haven't seen it.
Okay, so Vala's still on the table. Tychus is still on the table. Jaina's not a bad call here. It's just whatever they want. It's pretty much
Something
gonna
with
be...
CC.
You think they're going to go for CC, not Ravenous, or just Vala?
I think Zeratul or Zagara.
Interesting. Well, when you consider this divey style, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they want that.
Still, though, Nazebo is on the table. He's always a solid pick. Always a very, very strong pick to grab.
Is this 100% pick ban rate going to be ruined here?
Oh, you're right. It's being threatened.
It's being threatened.
BARRELBOYS, you can't do this to poor Zebo. He just got a new skin.
Oh! We haven't done that in a long time.
We haven't. It's because he's playing every game, man. We're going to ruin our vocal cords.
It's true. Okay.
So Nazebo works just from the sense that he's a strong hero standalone in almost any comp. There are heroes I think that synergize a little bit better with the rest of their composition in terms of getting setups for plays. Also, Ma works very well because it's a dive style, right?
It
As long
does.
as you keep your Zagar back, when you see the Tyrael Sonya go in, I
Well,
want to call her Zonya.
That's what you're going to see. You're going to see the Judgment, the Heroic Leap, and the Hinterland Blast all go down simultaneously. And like you said, Ma, maybe that's the answer.
Okay, Brightwing. And it's for the cleanse.
It's
Cleanse / Emerald
poly.
Wind.
And yeah. So double support, Mouth Brightwing. We haven't seen that one yet.
That's true. This is a CC pick.
It's utility.
CC / anti-CC.
It's utility.
Yeah.
She's gonna have the pulse heal, but it's gonna be a style like that last game where we have the Emerald Wind, we have the cleanse. That was played by Heroes Hype. It's gonna be flipping hands, and I'm actually curious if we're gonna see the Pixie Dust. We probably will see the Pixie Dust when you consider that you're gonna have the Sonya slapping away at your face a lot, and Tyrael just kind of in the front line smacking you. Teams are ready. We are ready. Giving them the good luck. Have fun. 1-0 advantage to Barrel Boys. Do or die here for Heroes Hype in today's ESL Americas Major League.
That is correct. That is correct. So I'm just thinking about how they're going to initiate these fights. We haven't seen the Eraser build in a long time.
Yeah, that's the Sonya.
This is the Eraser build, guys. Bringing it back. This is October 2014. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Do we have to swap the names around? Did they switch sides?
I think we're good.
Think so, huh? All right.
Is it Barrel
Let's
Boys
find out.
in the blue? It is Barrel Boys in the blue, and in the red
There
it's
you go.
gonna be. Who's that in the red, Kubi?
That'd be Heroes Hype.
Look at all these
The
nerds.
second newest team in the league.
Now, Kubi and I have put a call to action to all the teams in the ESL Major League for their pre-gate warm-up, shenanigans. I'm not impressed.
Not seeing it. We saw a little. Okay, all right. What do we got
Okay,
here?
little bit of action. They're
cool
they're
stuff.
feeling
They're
each other
working
out.
on it. They're at least trying to put it in their game.
Experimenting.
Heroes Hype. Are they doing anything fun?
That
No.
pig is almost as big as that
Oh,
tank.
okay. Little dancing.
I missed it.
Wait, how did he get his
Hawk
Fury up before the fight started?
Is it Shot of Fury?
No, I didn't think you could cast that until the match started.
That's a good question, Kubis.
I'll have to
You're the
watch the
Hammer
replay.
Slammer.
On the Hammer. Okay, it looks as though we are seeing Heroes Hype get for an aggressive Watchtower steal. Looking to perhaps get a gank. Not going to be the case. Barrel Boys is playing very safe. They have a lot of their bottom lane. Sorry guys, just all tabbed out of the window.
So like we just like self-vomited there. Now the Falstad flying down, the False Father, Suki, Yuki, of course they're best friends. Their names are so similar and that's how life works. Doing a lot of damage here. Malfurion being chased back, Urho just with the self-heal out of the pulsing and then the regrowth, he's going to be able to heal up nice and quick.
God, these talents, they're so crazy.
Are they, Kubi?
They really are. So we do have that CC resistant. Wow, that talent actually happens to be called resistant. I love it. That's 75% reduction on CCs while Hammer is in siege mode.
That's leaning toward the Hover Siege style.
It is. It also deals with the double stuns. That could be very
true. Good point.
very real potential from the Sonya and Tyrael. We see Regen Master on Tyrael. That's a weird one.
That's
Not a damage style.
yeah.
Typically the grab is smite when
The
hitting
increased
heroes.
damage
gives
on here.
extra
Yeah, the
damage.
most damage on Smite.
And since we haven't seen too much Falstad play in the past few weeks, I'm going to be paying attention to his build, of course. Does he go for an auto tech style, pure damage, some kind of synergy between the two? We see power throw grabbed early, but that doesn't necessarily indicate either way.
Man,
But-
Hakfu is getting really... I like this matchup. It's not something we see a lot. Illidan versus Sonya. Very cool. Level 4 picked up on the side. And then the other weird thing is we are seeing Conjurer's Pursuit on Tassadar. That's something that you'll see on a map that goes a little bit longer. If it's going to be a shorter map like mine's, they're going to opt for the mana returned by Storm. If it's going to be a longer game, Cursed Hollow, that's when you tend to see the Globe Conjurer's Pursuit picked up.
Charged up, Lightning Rod gets an additional 2 strikes.
The False Father finding a new style here.
That could be pointing towards the talent at level 13, gets you additional shield charges for I think 5% of his HP every time a charge goes off. And maybe a more brawler style Falstad.
It's going to be cool to see.
We'll have to-
Look at those little race cars!
Wait, what? Really?
His mines are like little race cars.
Oh, I don't use this guy. I only use the master skin when I play.
I didn't know that was a thing. All right, so the tribute does get picked up here.
Yes.
By BARRELBOYS, the first tribute of the game, going to the blue side, and
Now we just
mines.
need to see more mines. Are they race cars? I don't know, Jake.
Look, they look different.
That's true.
Whoa!
I wish there was a better color on this skin. I would totally do that. Oh man, I'm upset now, but also really happy because that's quite exciting. They're like little RC cars.
Oh man. Well, back to the game. Fury and
Pure
Proteges.
tank style Tyrael.
Yeah.
Amplified healing, although that is a more standard grab at 4. 7 though. I think battle momentum was one of the grabs that was normally taken.
Look at this aggressive positioning. They know that something's up here, and they're gonna get there just before the Giants' leash. Hawkfu put all this work in on Illidan, and Suki.
How did he
just
know?
conveniently walks in.
How
They knew
did he know?
he was missing, and they just assumed. Illidan's like to jungle. It's just like one of those things. At this point in the game, right before the second
No,
tribute.
I want. How did McIntyre know? How did he know he was about to get ruined, and then didn't? Did he see that? I didn't catch what led up to that.
The watchtower.
Oh, okay.
They had the
grabbed
watchtower.
the watchtower. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
My apologies.
So they saw him in the watchtower, and he just immediately just got out of there. Blink's taking a lot of damage, and Protege is just kind of zoning them out. Hawkfu trying to cap the first tribute for the side here on Heroes Hype.
That lightning rod doing a very nice job zoning out.
Oh, but Urho is going to get blown up. The heal goes off. The overgrowth. Blinks is going to phase shift in, but the aggressive fly forward. Yuki immediately regrets that, backs on up, and, well, you know what? No deaths actually occur.
It's enough zoning for Heroes Hype to pick up this tribute, though. We're going to see a 1-for-1 tribute. Oh no, the Malfurion with the
race
the
cars?
moonfire from so far away, from downtown, as you would say.
Yeah, I mean, that's the power of Malf with Elune's Grace. The additional range and all of your abilities really does make a difference, especially on a map like this when you do want to try to continue to zone out, as Malf is doing a wonderful job doing. The fight is just, I mean, this is a very long drawn-out fight for a tribute. They do push them back far enough to pick up 1-for-1 here in the tribute count.
So they stalled quite a bit while ETC was soaking top lane, and that's why we see this massive experience. Not massive. It's about a half-level experience lead, but it's significant.
It's a big deal. It's a big
significant when you consider there's a chance for a timing attack to hit.
Yeah.
Hitting level 10 while one of the tributes is popped and the other team isn't, that's a free tribute. It could be free merc camps. It could be, if they want to get aggressive and take the boss, they could do that. It gives them a lot more options.
Yeah, well, they're responding by pushing this bottom lane out a little bit. And Kubi, I don't know if we have anything really to talk about in terms of tributes. Pretty standard stuff. We're seeing Maelstrom Shells. That's what we expect to see. ETC not doing anything cheeky. We're not seeing the Dance Your Pants Off, which we really didn't see come to fruition in that game. I'd like to ask them about that at a later time. And of course, the cleanse on Brightwing as we predicted.
This is full brawler style Falstad. He did grab the secret weapon, 80% additional bonus damage to auto attacks. I imagine we're going to see either the Shielding Talon or Giant Killer at 13 for Falstad.
Kubi, there's no Emerald Wind. They're going double support. They picked up Blink Heal. Hawkfu gets hit by the root. McIntyre trying to do some damage there, but not going to be successful. And the spin and win is here, clearing up these Giants. Healing to full in the process, but McIntyre, he just wants to put some damage on.
Yeah, Hawkfu is trying to clear up those Knights to no avail. Malf is somewhat uncontested. Yuki does fly in, gets the interrupt. Team's a bit spread out here.
Yeah, they really are. Tassadar is nowhere near. They're trying to stall this while they continue to soak, but both
good
teams are
pressure
doing
happening
that.
bottom.
Yeah.
Blinks is going to hearth back. We do have a fight erupting here. Cursed Fury finds himself in a pickle.
Both teams do have their heroics available. ETC dashing in. He does get the dance just on Proteges, though. The Proteges is very vulnerable. We see the heroic lead coming out, followed by the Hinterland Blast doing massive damage. Urho gets the healing off there. He's going to be able to survive. Suki is in full-on retreat mode. Yuki going to dash through this wall to safety. The stun coming out from Suki, but Illidan is hungry. He's been locked out for 10,000 years, and he wants some fried chicken, and he's going to get that.
Some fried chicken. Oh my goodness. I don't even... They actually chain together a lot of their abilities very nicely to eliminate Malfurion. And when you take out one of the two supports in those fights, you can really start swinging especially with that dive style composition. You're in their face already. They're down and healing, but the cleanse was just enough to get Malfurion out. Like I said, that everything chained together was quite good. Yeah. They had the Hinterland's blast.
It hit 3 targets, did a lot of damage.
It did.
But I think not having Tassadar there is just, you know, it cost them in the end. Well, looking back at the talents here, level 13 has just been achieved by BARRELBOYS, and we're seeing Ice Block. That's different.
Not too much. I think that's teams have been going for that, or the pulsing heal. What else would they grab there? I think they're usually going for Ice Block. Right. Ice Block plus Tranquility, of course. If you pop Tranquility, you can go into Ice Block.
I'm so used to Rewind being there.
Right, yeah.
This is one of those missteps by my part there. Ooh, Falstad gonna lose his life. More chicken on the menu. That's not good going to this tribute. Heroes Hype does want that. This is, you know, 1 tribute away for a curse for the BARRELBOYS, and having the 1 hero advantage is what is going to make it very easy for them to pick this up. Eventually, Haku gets hit by that polymorph, which is just completely denying her ability to heal herself with that whirlwind, backing up, tapping the well, but it's just a constant threat. Brightwing is one of the things that kind of phased out the entire Eraser build style because of how strong polymorph is. It's long range and it just shuts it down. We see it being used on Protojays to just stall out, get that curse.
It worked very well. The polymorph was just long enough. He did throw the sword down, wasn't quite in time. Trummel finds himself in a bit of a tricky situation. Hawkfu may have overextended a little bit. No, the shield comes out just in time. And the dance is interrupted almost as it starts up, if I'm not mistaken.
Really nicely done by Suki. Yeah, it did commence. But there's the metamorphosis.
Oh no.
And Hawkfu is going to be the second one to collapse here. The curse is active, and they want more kills.
They can chase much past these tributes. He does have to pop sprint. Suki is almost going to get out. Is Illidan going to be able to chase him? We see the phase shift coming in. He hops over the wall. Is it going to be enough?
Oh,
the heals.
McIntyre
he does fall
fear.
After a ridiculously long chase. Illidan, no stranger to the marathon, able to get over the wall. What did he? That was like track and field right there. Hopped over. He hurdled over the gate, ran the marathon, and flipped over people. I mean, what else do you need for an Olympic contestant? Illidan. Should be a new skin.
It's true.
Illidan
Gymnastics.
goes to the Olympics.
Gymnastics Illidan. I want to see it. I want those short shorts. Do they wear short shorts? I assume they do. Well, Trouble is getting his siege on. Kubi has been slain. And McIntyre is just doing Illidan things. I mean, flipping around, dashing forward. Like you said, he is our marathon runner. Doing a lot of work. This is a really tough spot for Heroes Hype. I mean, they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, there was... The issue with that last team fight for Heroes Hype was the amount of resources expended, not in sync, like we saw with that first fight. We do see the leap going down. They have isolated their target. Doesn't seem to be enough.
That dance just turns everything around so hard. They go in with this huge combo, and these 3 targets get danced, completely eliminating them. Protojays tries to eliminate Trummel with that judgment. Not gonna be enough. McIntyre gonna get off scot-free with the first aid and the blink kill. He is at full health now. Ursadon, once again, gonna be an extinct dinosaur. And that's game.
That is game. That definitely is game. I think that the draft was considerably better for Heroes Hype there. I like the plan that they had moving forward. It was a cool strategy. They almost got it to work at that top fight near the upper right tribute. That was, I think, the 3rd one for BARRELBOYS. And they executed the fight really well. If it didn't come down to that cleanse hitting at the right time, Malfurion could have died, and that could have spiraled out of control for BARRELBOYS, having a much closer game. It seemed, though, for the rest of the team fights, they were split up quite a bit just because they were trying to zone out tributes or whatever the case may be. And they weren't able to get that full combo off. The one time they did towards the end, the dance was pretty serious.
Yeah, Judgment didn't go off either. If Judgment had gone off, maybe they would have killed that one.
It didn't go off in sync. It was used onto Hammer, but it wasn't a part of trying to isolate that target.
The first aid had already done its work to heal him up and all that stuff. You need to do. I mean, you need all of that burst at once to eliminate that target, and it never actually happened. Which is why, like, teams used to try this a lot.
Right.
And it stopped happening. Falstad kind of phased out, and with it not being successful once again, I don't know. I mean, in theory, you want to kill the healers, right? You want to go to Brightwing or Malfurion. Both of them have Ice Block. You can't kill them. They're just gonna boop. I'm
That's
safe.
true. That's true.
And it's just like a really nice reactionary pick by both of them because both the Ice Block got buffed in this last patch, and both are good picks. Now Brightwing could go for Sprint. Sometimes we see Sprint Emerald Wind. It's very uncommon, but it is a viable thing you can do. But Ice Block, well, you can't stop it. Once it's there, it's cold as ice, and that's where the Ursidon lives.
Are you gonna sing the song?
The Ursidon song?
No, Cold as Ice.
Is that a song? Sing it for me, Kubi.
I'm not. No, you brought it up.
I don't know. I didn't know it was
The
a
fact
song.
that you. No, it's okay. I'll get over this probably in a couple of days.
I'll feed you some flips to.
Yeah, the flips you owe me.
Yeah.
You want me to spiral into a Great Depression if I don't get my flips.
Well played, two Barrel Boys taking a 2-0 win over Heroes Hype in week number 3. Kubi, let me pull up the schedule.
The schedule.
Tell me about this song that I just cold as ice.
I can't remember off the top of my head who sings it. I can't believe you don't know this
Is
song.
it the Beastie Boys?
No.
Okay.
What?
What? All right. So today we had Cloud9 Maelstrom go up 2-0 over Vivid Gaming, and we just watched the Barrel Boys
over Heroes Hype 2-0. Now next Tuesday, Jake, which will be the next time that you and I are casting for this ESL Major League North America, we're going to have Tempo Storm versus Heroes Hype and Barrel Boys and Murlocs Inc. facing off just after that.
That's a good day. That's a good day. Heroes Hype has
Here's
been...
the thing, Jake. Every day is a good day when it comes to ESL. All these matches are great. These are the best teams we have going at it in a nice round-robin format. Jeez. If you want hero stuff, this is where you get it, guys.
This is really
where you get it.
This is the place to go. It definitely is. And moving forward, we're doing a lot more. Yeah, I'm excited for those games. I think we had great games this week. We saw Diablo win two games this week.
I'm well aware that Diablo has won 2 games.
Two bags
of flips, 2 Diablo wins.
Oh, rip my wallet. Flips got
Oh yeah,
at
those
least
are
like $3.
putting
or
a
something.
massive dent.
All right, well, Kubus Maximus, where can the viewers find you?
Where can they find me? They can find me on Twitter @TheKubi. You guys can find myself and Mr. Solid Jake here this Saturday. We're going to be casting the return of Kings of the Storm, although it only took a one-week hiatus. Apparently, it's the return of the Kings of the Storm.
Exactly.
And you guys can find that over at twitch.tv/solidjakegg. I don't know the start time. You guys should follow @Kings of the Storm if you want to find out all of that information, though.
That is a new Twitter account, so go follow that account. Kings of the Storm is, of course, a full bracket. It's not. It's an online tournament, and it's a full bracket. I believe we're doing double elimination, single best of one series in the lower bracket, and then best of one for round 1 and winners. So it's going to be a long tournament. It's going to be like an 8 or 9 hour tournament. So it's the kind of thing where you can sit down all day. You can tune in for a few hours, whatever you want to do.
Just tune in for all of it.
You should, because if you're esports enough, you're going to tune in for the whole thing.
Right. Yeah. Standard.
So you can follow me @SolidJakeGG on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I stream very frequently. I have a new series called The Daily Quest, where it's things. I have Wonky Wednesday, where I request replays for weird styles. I have Teaching Thursday, where you guys submit me your replays asking for feedback, and I will watch a replay, and I will commentate and analyze your match. And, of course, on Tuesdays and Fridays, it's more esports-oriented. Tomorrow, we're looking at Lord Diablo, Lord Dibbles himself.
Oh.
We're going to be analyzing the replay from tonight, talking about that, why it works so good, why we haven't seen it, and just the impact it can have on the meta moving forward. Beyond that, we do a podcast called Town Hall Heroes every Wednesday at 9 p.m.
That we do.
Also on my channel.
Yep. Talk about anything and everything Heroes. Talk about meta changes. You know,
Everything.
Recap of the, what do you call that? The professional gaming scene. Yeah, we'll go with that. Those are the words I was trying to get out. Esports. There we go. Esports recap, I believe is what we call that segment. We have guests on very frequently from pro teams, from sometimes even Blizzard themselves send people over.
Yep.
And it's always a good time, so you guys check that out. That is now Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. And over at your channel.
Yeah. So follow us on Twitter.
Yep. Follow the channel here, guys.
Oh, of course.
I keep doing this. It's like,
it's
down here somewhere. One of these two. Please follow this channel. And that's where you guys can catch our cast for NA. Also EU.
Yep.
Happens 6 or 7 hours earlier in the day.
Yep.
On the same days.
7 hours prior to our cast. Their cast begins.
Yep.
And I think that's going to do it.
That might be it. So good games today. Saw a lot of fun stuff, new strategies. I like it. Guys keep innovating, because when they innovate, they always execute it so nicely and it looks fun. And then I try it later on and it's not so nicely executed. So I like to watch these games because they're better.
All right, guys. That's going to do it for us here, and we'll see you next time.